Hello and welcome to e-GMAT. We will solve question number 110 of OG Verbal 2nd edition by using e-GMAT 3-step process. In the first step, we will understand the meaning of the sentence. In the second, we will evaluate the errors in the sentence, and finally, we will review all the answer choices to get to the correct answer. So let's begin. Being a United States citizen since 1988 and born in Calcutta in 1940, author Bharati Mukherjee has lived in England and Canada and first came to United States in 1961 to study at the Iowa Writers' Workshop. This sentence presents a few facts. It says that author Bharati Mukherjee was born in Calcutta in 1940. She first came to the US in 1961 to study at the Iowa Writers' Workshop. She became the US citizen in 1988. Author Mukherjee has lived in other countries as well, including England and Canada. Now let us evaluate the errors by splitting this sentence into its clauses. Since this sentence has only one subject-verb pair, we have only one clause here. Author Bharati Mukherjee is the subject and has lived is the verb. The opening verb ing modifier connects the author being a US citizen and being born in 1940 to her living in England and Canada, illogically implying that because she is a US citizen and because she was born in 1940, she lived in England and Canada and she first came to the US to study in 1961. Let's take another example. Being rich, George can afford to donate generously in charities. Here, the verb ing modifier being rich modifies George. The sentence clearly and logically means that George can afford to donate generously in charities because he is rich. Now, both these sentences are grammatically correct, but the only difference between these two sentences is that in the example sentence, the sentence has a logical meaning, but the OG sentence does not communicate the logical meaning. So even though the OG sentence is grammatically correct, it's not logical at all. So when we read a sentence, we should make sure it communicates the logical meaning. So here, the opening modifier leads to the modifier error in this sentence. Well, this is the only error here, and let's run the POE to find out which answer choice rectifies this error. Well, choice A does not, as we just discussed. In choice B, having been now suggests that the author got over with being the US citizen since 1988 and then she took birth in 1940. This is absolutely illogical. Also, the first independent clause has just a pronoun she. The antecedent for this pronoun actually appears in the second independent clause. Well, this is not the correct form, this is not the correct way of writing pronouns. First, we write the antecedent, and to avoid the repetition of the antecedent, we write pronoun. So these errors make choice B incorrect. Let's take a look at choice C now. Well, choice C is the correct answer because the opening modifier correctly modifies the author. The independent clause after semicolon correctly gives additional information as to which other countries author Mukherjee has stayed in. So choice C is the correct answer. Choice D is incorrect because it repeats the same modifier error as in choice A. Well, with choice E, this is the same problem. It repeats the same modifier error as in choice A. So as we just found out, choice C is the correct answer for this sentence. This brings us to the takeaway messages. The intended meaning of this sentence should always be logical, and the modifiers must be placed and worded correctly to convey the intended logical meaning of the sentence. The concepts tested in this sentence have been covered in e-GMAT Concepts Level 1 Significance of Meaning and Level 1 Modifiers Verb ing.